ready for takeoff.
Hello everyone, it's Kitty Nay, and I just thought I'd give you a tour, another tour of my stables, because I redid basically everything and new horses are in and such, so just wanted to show you guys. So when you first go to the stables, what you're going to see is our lovely sign. There, you can see it. Yeah, I made this just today, so yeah. But it says Turning Time Stables, where time stands still, jumping, dressage, stud, rehabilitation, race horses, lessons, boarding, professionally trained equine movie stars. And if you're wondering how I made this, I made the whole sign in Word with clip art and such. So that's how that goes. And then right over here to the side you have our parking lot where people come and park for lessons, and our trailer and our truck is parked right there right now. And there's a log that you pull up to park. And I use a towel for my grass, but it's not realistic and I'm probably going to get something different. And this is ever expanding, by the way. So then when you go this way, you see our lovely youngest rider. She takes lessons here. Her name is Sarah. She's kind of the stable girl. And this is our new horse who she's out walking. And he still doesn't have a name. Or she still doesn't have a name, but she's lovely. And right behind her is the mare and foal and regular mare pasture. It's really small, but it's got a log that they jump over in it and such. But, okay, show names for all the horses and such. This is Give Me Some Sugar or Sugar. This is Don't Mess with a Valkyrie or Valkyrie. This is Southern Goldenrod or Goldenrod. This is Moonbeam. And this is Are We Trotting or Fluffy. Yes. So that's the mare pasture. And then we move on to the main barn over here. And here we have Andrew. He is our driver, but he's also he's physically handicapped. He is paralyzed from the waist down, so we have special controls on the wheel for him to drive. And if you're wondering if that's actually possible, it is. This is our dog, Apollo, golden retriever, Apollo. And then we have here is like our dog. It's Little Mr. Jefferson. He's a Fabella stallion, and he runs around like a dog. And they're both Andrew's like special pets. And then you see the main entrance to our stable here. Yeah. Now, if you guys are wondering, I had to put everything back on because everything was becoming loose, and so I screwed instead of the original glue I had to screw all this in here. So it's all held together very well now, so it won't fall apart on me. But this is the main entrance to our stable, and when you first go in, you're probably going to look at this stall. Now, those people that are in the stalls right now, they star in our movie, No Mercy, so that's why they're in the stalls, is because they're starring in a movie. Normally, lesson horses would be in the stalls, but because of the movie, there's the movie horses in the stall. So here we have White Swan, or Gwen. Her name is White Swan. It's actually Arabic. Her name is like a White Swan in Arabic, but I don't remember how to pronounce that. So yes, so the stalls all have working doors on them, and then they have chain across the front that attaches to the center wall, and they all have hay nets. And if you're wondering why you can't see the net part of the hay net, it's because it's a weird color I got. But, yeah, so this is basically everything you see here is made by me, by the way, if you're wondering. And most of it I can make for you and is up for sale. So if you're interested, check out my website. And then you go over here to this stall, which holds the big guy Thor, or Thor, and he is starring as himself. He also has a hay net, working door. We have our rake here. It's over there. Then this is Bravehearted Beauty's stall, or Braveheart, but he stars as Diablo. Yeah, so he's a special boy. I'm sorry the lighting's terrible right now, but yeah. And he's got a hay net too, and I need to work on getting water in there for all of them. Right now we haul it in a bucket. And then we have Merry Month of May, or Old May, but in the show she plays Penny. And here is the foal, which they called her Yellow Rod in the story, but we don't really have a real name for her yet. She actually isn't May's foal. May is a very old broodmare, and she's like the favorite of the stable broodmare-wise. but she doesn't have a foal right now. This foal was, its mother's died, so we got it imported to our stable, and May had just lost her last foal because she's getting a little too old to have foals, so she's kind of taking care of it at the moment, being like the foster mother and all that, but yeah, that's not her actual foal, so it's not her bloodlines or anything. So that's the main stables, and I will be making another stable as soon as possible, because I find I was looking, the reason I'm really doing this tour is because I'd updated my stables, and I was looking on YouTube, and I found all these awesome stables that were made for Schleich, and I was like, okay, I'm expanding mine. But okay, so then we go back outside, and here is the tacking up area. It's got a lead rope attached to it, right over here, lead rope, and then this is Jack. Jack is the main owner of the stables. In the movie, he plays Blake, but he's actually a really good owner, and he rides Western mostly, or bareback, but he also rides English, and because I don't have any Western saddles at the moment, he rides bareback or English. And this is his preferred horse. He rides Southern Goldenrod, but he also rides this one most. This is the one only, or Roni, and Roni plays as herself, except for it's supposed to be a him, but that'll all be changed as soon as I get certain things, yeah. So he's just untacking her, and this is our grooming bucket, which has a lot of brushes. He has a brush on his hand that I made. Yep. A lot of the stuff that you see I made from looking at tutorials, so if you're wondering, I can just give you links to tutorials or sell you something, but that's okay. Then this is my tack room. Over here we have our wall, which has like bridles and lead ropes on it. It doesn't have a lot on it right now because I haven't made halters, and the halters I did make were thrown away by my parents because I left them downstairs, so yeah. And then here's feed bags. These are also made, and they're filled with rice, which is what I use as feed. It's not really like the right size or anything, but it works. So that's the feed bags. This is my handmade feed square bucket thing. And then I use the bottom of like a measuring cup to like have another bucket. It's hard to scale things with Schleich, so. There's our saddle rack. There's gonna be a lot more added onto this wall. I just don't know what yet. I don't know, I haven't found anything yet. And then up here we have a nice little shelf. It has a bucket that used to hold whips until my little brothers broke them. Yes. And we have like a poster here for like quarter horses and Lip is Honor. And then we have our lesson board. These are available for sale. This was my first one, so it's not as nice, but I can make them a lot better now. And Friesen shows, so yeah. And then up here we have our loft, which has a blanket on it right now. And it'll have more blankets once I start making them. But yes, so from the tack room we go to the stallion pasture, and in here we have our pulling team. This is Bottle of Jack, or Jack, and this is also unnamed. Wow, I didn't even think of that. There's a lot of them right now that I have are unnamed because I just haven't had time, so any suggestions for the unnamed horses? It's a nice Clydesdale gelding, and Jack is one of our main studs for Clydesdales because he's like our awesome boy. So once again, up for stud if you're interested. And then these are a pulling pair, they can pull carriage. So the stallion pasture goes all the way around the tack room out back here to the stables. And this is Legolas of Rivendell, a Percheron stallion, or Legolas. And so once you go from here, the horses walk over. This is our arena. It's really small, simply because I couldn't make a bigger one. I don't have the materials at the moment. And yes, it's filled with sand. And if you're wondering, that is the stain from the fake blood I used for No Mercy. That blood doesn't stain models. I mean, if you want the recipe, I have fake blood recipes. And it doesn't stain models. It doesn't stain your hands. It doesn't stain what you use to like put it on the models. It will stain cloth, kinda. Not that bad if you wash it out quickly, but it does make sand really stained. But this is a jump, once again a tutorial I found, which I loved. And this is the owner of the stables. I lied. He's not not Blake, but Jake is not the owner. He's like the main trainer. I lied. This is Miss Emerson. She doesn't really have a first name. She plays Mary, and she's riding her champion show jumper Storm Dancer, or Storm for short, but she owns the stables, and so she's riding her horse in the arena. Yes, so that's our arena. And to come will be wash stalls, another barn, hopefully with more stalls in it. And we already have a feed and tack room, but we might have to add more to it just so we can put more feed and stuff in it. And more pastures, I think, are also to come, especially for the mares because they have a really small pasture. But overall, this takes up like one corner of my room. I mean, I've seen some that takes up everyone's whole entire floor, and I don't know if I can go that extreme, but yeah. So if you guys like anything you see, comment, and I can probably be willing to make some for you or sell it. And if you guys are wondering, these gates, I made them. And I'm actually pretty proud of these gates. I don't know why, I just like them a lot, and they're very functional. And so yes. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Enjoy, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. And don't forget to give me names for this black female, black pinto paint, whatever female. This Clydesdale gelding. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any suggestions or want to give me like tutorials or like hand me or send me links for stuff to help me expand my stables or have an idea, go ahead and talk to me. I have a Skype. I can link that in the description. I have a Skype, I have a website, I have an email. Just shoot me a comment, PM me, you know, I'm open for anything. Alright, thank you guys, bye.